Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline. I'm a business manager at Tally Solutions. Thank you so much for scheduling this time to join the webinar today. I would like to invite my colleague Buran.
Yeah, thank you, Carol, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Burhan. I'm the ERP consultant for ERP Business-Sys Limited, as Carol gave an introduction earlier. Yeah, so today we are here for the Teams integration with Tally, the new KRA system with Tally. So I'll take you through the overview through a PowerPoint, how the Teams works, and then I'll show you the demo on Tally itself. So the introduction to Teams. So KRA is implementing a tax invoice management software to achieve validations and authentications of tax invoices at trader tills before generation of invoice, along with the real-time or near real-time transmission. So to achieve the above requirement, a control unit is required to be connected or integrated to the existing trader systems. So you'll need a ESD system. Okay, yeah. Carol, the next slide, please. Yeah, okay. So these here are the differences between the existing ETR systems that you might have in your business and the new Teams that. So in existing, it's manual activation of ETR. So in the new Teams, it's automated, it's automatic. In the existing, there's no communication between the device and the KRA portal. On the new Teams machine, there's real-time or near real-time data transmission. So all your data that you do it in the system, it gets transmitted to the KRA portal. Here it's manual VAT return on the existing ETR. On the Teams one, it's simplified return filing through pre-filed VAT return. Your VAT is simplified, yeah. On the existing ETR, there is no validation. On the new Teams machine, the ability to confirm the validity of tax invoice through the invoice number checker on the iTax portal, or you can scan by QR code. So once you scan through your invoice, you can get your details in the KRA portal that this is your sales invoice, this is your credit note, everything you can get it through your iTax in your iTax portal. Yes. Another difference is delay in processing VAT refunds by KRA for businesses, your refunds. On the new Teams account, it's much faster. Your refunds, you can get much faster refunds. On the old ETR, the buyer pin was not compulsory. On the new Teams machine, buyer pins is compulsory to claim VAT. On the existing ETR, inventory details are not required. What you sold, that's not required in that. On the new machine, inventory details are required. Description, quantity, units, VAT code, HS code, if there is exempted or zero rated items, it's required. On the existing ETR, on the old ETR, it's manual invoice number. On the new machine, it's automated with the CU invoice number, the KRA invoice number. They give it to you. Okay, yeah. Carol, the next. Yeah. Carol, I hope I'm audible enough. Everyone can hear me?
Yes, you are, Buran. Please.
Yes,
continue.
thank you. Yeah. And yeah, okay. So now this is the types of devices that are available, the new types of devices. So the type A it refers to the integrated ETR with inbuilt functionality to generate, validate, and transmit tax invoices to KRA. So it's best suited for small businesses who still does invoicing manually and they don't have a system. They still punch the manual ETR. So type A is basically for them. Type B, two options available for purposes of validation and transmission of invoice data to KRA. One-to-many, where a centralized tax register connects to several cashier points and point of sale and terminal. And one-to-one, where each cashier or point of sale terminal connects to an independent fiscal printer. Retail, best suited, it's for retail outlets and shops. Okay. Then the type C one. The type C one is now the ESD one, the control unit one, which it requires if you have a system and if you generate sales invoices through the system. So you will require a type C machine for that. Okay, and type D refers to text registers the ability to connect to any of the different invoices system, ETR, POS, or ETR, and it's suited for all business entities. Okay, so these are the machines that are available with the new ETR system. Yeah. Okay, Carol. To the next slide, please. Okay, so how TallyPrime will help you with the new Teams integration, type C only. So the ESD machines only that you integrate with the system. So details required to send to control unit. TallyPrime will send the required data to the control unit through API. So here it will include the system invoice number, the customer details and PIN, item details, HS code and description if there is non-vettable items, exempt or zero-rated items, and the RIN, the relevant invoice number for credit note and debit note. Okay, so details received from the control unit, store in sales transactions and print on invoice. So you'll get, this is what you'll get in the invoice. Control unit invoice number, the QR code you'll get, date and time, and the control unit serial number. That you'll get it in the invoice, your print invoice that is there. Okay, so now this is the framework or the process of how Tally will take it through from Tally when you do your invoice or sales, and how it will generate to the KRA system. So the TallyPrime user, he will do the invoice entry in TallyPrime. That will transfer into the type C control unit. It will, you can print, you can then later on print it in your A4 printer. You get your QR code and everything. And then from the type C, with access to internet, it will go directly to the KRA iText portal. The Teams application, it will go directly to the KRA portal. And you can see your sales or your transaction directly through the KRA portal in real time or after some time, after in real time. Okay, so now let me share you my screen and I show you how from Tally it's integrated automatically. This is the overview for Tally, the main screen for Tally. As you can see here, if you have any questions, just feel free to pop it in the chat box. We'll answer it after the webinar. Okay, so I'll just directly go to creating the sales and show you how Tally will work. So I'll go to vouchers. Okay, and then I'll select sales account. Okay, it's inclusive of VAT. I have configured that. So I'll select my customer. Okay, I'll select my customer. This is my customer. I'll select the item. So this is the item that I have. I'll select maybe 5 pieces. I'm selecting this. I'll select another item, 10 pieces. So my total is 47.50 out of that. So I'll just come here, and once I will save it. So as you can see, once I have saved, it's fetching data to from API. So automatically it's and you see it's saying updated successfully. So it's updated. So here, as I show you in the report for QR code sales report, you can see here in that report, it has reflected. So this is the details. So customer 1, voucher type sales, invoice number, what the transaction amount is, what the team's amount, what has gone to the team's amount, this CU invoice number, date and time, and the status. If it's a success, if there is an error, it will show you here. So here you can always verify your code also, your QR code. So if you verify your QR code, you see, it will give you your details in your iText. It will generate. So right now there is no details here because it's not linked to that. So here you can verify your QR code. Okay. So this is how automatically you can do it. So you can also view it in your, I'll just show you the print preview. So this is the invoice for Tally. And as you can see here, the details have come here. The QR code is here, the serial number for KRA, the invoice number, and the date and time. So in your invoice, you can always scan it. Your QR code, you can always scan it. Okay. Yeah. So that's sales automatically. If your users does the sales, it's automatically done to KRA that. Okay. So now we can go to, we have sales, then we can even go to the credit note report. So we can even do a credit note. So for example, we do a credit note for this item. We'll just do a credit note for this item, right? So it's customer one. We'll just do this. So we come again to vouchers, and then we'll select. So right now this I've done all inclusive VAT, but you can even do plus VAT. If you have invoices that you do exclusive VAT, you can even do it, and still Tally and Teams, it will be integrated, and it can be managed, right? So I'll say customer one. Okay, so my original invoice number was 6. So as you can see, the CU invoice number is automatically generated as it was in the sales. So I'll just come here, and I'll put it was paint. I'll just put 1 tin. At this rate, I am returning this. Okay, and then I'll say this one. Against reference, I'll just allocate it to this invoice, and I will save it. So as you can see, again, it's fetching data from API and updated successfully. So if I can show you the report for the credit note, again, I'll come to the credit note report. As you can see, there is credit amount, what has occurred in the teams, what has reflected in the teams, the invoice number, date, and success. This difference amount is, for example, if I come to this sales, and after saving, I come and change the invoice value. For example, I change to 450. Okay, and I change it to that. So now, as you can see, Tally also is prompting you that changes will not affect to KRA portal. Do you want to save the changes? You say yes. So this will only affect in your Tally system. If I show you the sales, as you can see here, the transaction amount is 5250. Teams amount is the original amount that was the sales 4750, and the difference amount of 500. So this, it won't take effect in your KRA portal. The changes you do after that. So for example, for this, we have also given a provision that maybe your user can just do the invoice, and then an authorized person can sign it once he has confirmed before sending it to the KRA portal. After that, you can sign it. So for example, let me just show you also that. I'll just change my user. I'll just change my user one. Carol, I hope everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes, Buddha.
Yes. Okay. So now this is a user. I've opened a user account, not the admin account. It's just a user account. So now let me just post one entry from the user account. Okay, as one sales entry. So in this user account, I've not given him the access to sign the voucher. So he will just save it. So I'll just put it, for example, if I put 10 pieces at 150, okay, and I will save it, and I will save it. So as you can see, even if I show you right now, you see there is no QR code, it's just a normal plain invoice. There is no serial number invoice because it's not yet verified, it's not yet signed. So as you can see here, he doesn't even have the access to that report. So you can even, security wise, you can even block that. So again, I'll come to my admin account, the admin, and I will see that report. So as you can see here, this customer, there is a difference amount, there is no CU number, there is no date and time, there is no Teams amount. So this means there is no, that invoice has not gone to the KRA portal. So you can get that report also from Tally. So what I'll do, I'll just sign invoice here. So I can sign invoice. It's fetching data from API and updated successfully. So as you can now see, now it has gone. So now this, it helps you. So even if your user makes a mistake in your sales, you can rectify it before sending it to the Teams account to be after that. So yeah, so this is it. In credit note also the same. You can get your report as you can see here. Okay, yeah, and Okay, as you can see here now, once I've signed that invoice, now it has come. Now you see your QR code and serial number, everything is included, and then now you can print and that. And in Tally, you can reprint it. It's not that one time you have printed and that's it. That's the end of it. You can always reprint your invoices as well. Your QR code will be the same. Okay. Yeah. So that is it.
Mr. Buran, somebody was requested for a sales with exclusive, and also one more query for maybe in the same invoice can we do it with the VAT and exempted items and like the two products. So can you configure it? Just create a separate voucher and enable that.
Just create that voucher. Okay, so here, as you can see here, while creating my voucher type, there is enable API integration, yes, and then there is exclusive VAT, yes or no. So now if I do yes, that means it's exclusive VAT. It's not included in VAT. So I'll just put that, and I'll put X VAT. Okay, so I'll just put 100 and VAT. Okay, and I will save it, exclusive VAT, right? So now I have already created one item that is exempted. As you can see here, this sprayer 20 ml, it's exempted. Okay, yeah. So yes here, and then it's yeah. So as you can see here now, if it's exempted, you can even put your HS name and HS code. Okay, you have to put your HS name and code here. I have it. I have the Excel here. Let me just put the HS code. Just a minute. Okay, so let me just open my Excel. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, so now I will put my HS code here. As you can see, there is an Excel list from KRA. You can see my Excel list. Yeah, so this is the list for KRA that has provided for the HS codes for the exempted items, for the zero rated items. This all the list has been provided by KRA, zero rated items and all items. You can't see the. Let me share. This is the Excel. Okay, now you can see the Excel, Carol. Just kindly confirm, please.
Yes, Buran.
So now you see this is the Excel code, this is the HS code, and the exempted, and KRA has provided you which items or which category is exempted or zero rated. So here these are all the codes for that. So this is the code. So now let me come back to Tally. So I have provided one code here, as you can see. Okay. Okay, and I will save it. So I have saved it, and this is exempted. And now this item is VATable. You see, there is no HS code in this. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll just put this as here and here. Okay, so now we come back. We come to the vouchers as this is shown earlier. So I'll put one item. I'll put VATable. Yeah, and one I'll put in that. So for example, now I'll sales exclusive X VAT. Okay. Yeah. So now I'll put this. Item in it. I kept it in this. Item. I'll just confirm it. Let me just confirm. I've kept 16% in this item. Okay. So I'll sell this one piece. Okay. And then I'll sell exempted. I'll just sell one piece at maybe 100. Okay. So as you can see, it's 250, the subtotal, but only VAT is calculating of the 150 of the screwdriver. This exempted 100 shillings VAT, it's not calculating in that. So I will come again here and I will save it. It's fetching data from API and updated successfully. If I can show you the report, sales report 274, as you can see, this is exclusive amount success. This is what has been gone to Teams account, and that. And if I go there and if I do the print preview, I show you the print preview. Yeah. So as you can see here, the HS code column also is showing in your invoice. So this is the HS code and the item and the HS code and your QR code and signature and everything. Yeah. So this is the integration what we have done with Tally and the Teams the new KRA format.
Thank you, Buran, for that awesome presentation. And now we come to the Q&A session. Yeah, so the first question from Mitesh Chavda. So he's saying, so will your team change the invoice format to adjust as per the new KRA Teams machine? And how long does that take?
Yeah, we can change the invoice format for you, but it depends on how your format is, and we can adjust it depending on your requirements to Tally with Tally. And we will connect you after this, Mitesh bhai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How long it will depend on once we see the format and how we have to customize it, and then we can give an exact date on when we can do it, when it will be completed.
Okay, Buran, if I understood the question from Mitesh, he's asking as per Teams, not any special customization, but as per this Teams machine.
Yeah,
with
the invoice. Yes, I got the point.
Oh, okay, thank you. So if you saw Buran showcasing the demo, you see there are a few changes. For example, there's an introduction of the HS code, and changes to ensure that there's communication. Thank you for that. Then, so Mahindra S, you're asking whether we are able to provide later on this HS code. Maybe I can take up that question. Yes, we can share with you, but we would like to advise you to go to the KRA portal and download from there, because it keeps on changing. So it's good to have the latest version of the same, Mr. Mahindra. I hope that has been clear.
Yeah.
So another question here, Buran, also from Mahindra S, saying clarify if the same thing we can do with ERP9.
No, currently we don't do it with ERP9. We just did the integration, and that is just with TallyPrime, the new Tally version.
Okay, thank you for that. Another question from Boniface Mwangi asking, does it mean Tally is not able to integrate with Type D? Secondly, what devices are we able to integrate with Tally system?
Okay, so we need to see what type of machine, what type D machine you have, and if we can integrate it with Tally. And the second device is it's better. We recommend that you use you buy the DETEX machine with Tally, because it's tested with the direct integration with Tally. It's tested, and they also have good support. So we would recommend you that you go for the DETEX machine, and it's easier. We have already tested it with many clients, and it has good support also.
Thank you for that. And also to add on it, Boniface KRA has recommended Type C to be integrated with systems. So yes, in addition to that, and of course, whichever system that you have for ETR, now you can connect, we can connect with you and understand better for customization. Yeah, Ismail Ahmed saying it's a great seminar, you loved it. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, Karanja the same way. Thank you, Karanja. Yeah, Mitesh was saying you have a couple of questions, and if given an opportunity you would like to ask, yes, we're going to connect with you.
Mitesh bhai, let me give you a call after the webinar, and you explain it to me one-on-one that what you require from the Teams account and that, and you can ask me the questions. We'll sort it out with you. Once after the webinar, I'll give you a call, if that's okay.
Thank you, Buran. So another question from Mahindra. So do we have to upgrade to Prime? Is there any additional cost involved?
Yes, you will have to upgrade to Prime, and there is from ERP to TallyPrime, there is additional cost incurred.
Yeah, a question from Caroline Roro asking, saying when printing A4, the QR code is shown clearly. However, when using a thermal, the QR does not sit well in receipt. What can be done so that the receipt has no gaps? So Raj took up the question and answered, and he mentioned that the SD people should adjust it. So he requested that you could kindly contact them.
Buran, I think so. We have to connect who integrated them for Carol. That POS printer. So because see, when you print from Tally, it is printing perfectly, that thermal printer. When the are printing from QR code, which is printed from that machines, they have to adjust bit. So assist Carol after this call, just connect to the integrator, whoever is the integrator. So ask them to adjust properly. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Sure.
Okay. So there's someone who's requesting for training. Yeah, saying that you'd like support and training. So kindly, take our contact details. So those are the contact details there. Yeah, please take note of them, especially for those who wanted, support or training or even a further demo. Reach out to us. When is Tally planning to move to cloud? Raj, you can take it up.
Yeah, if you're using a single user or multi-user, always you can buy a cloud space and you can keep your data there. But see, when you want to go for a cloud, there will be a lot of questions like what is the purpose and how many branches you are going to use. So because just simple, instead of keeping your premises, we'll keep your data in the cloud server. So definitely we can do it, and many of our clients, they are using cloud for their system.
Okay, I hope that is clear, Ruth Nyandoya. Yeah, and then another input again from an anonymous attendee saying, is it possible that in future you can do a YouTube channel running with English training of Tally? So yes, we already have it, and we'll be sharing with you right after this. And it's very active. We have, videos there you can go and watch. Till next time.